Welcome back in, my friends. Episode 7. We're going to find out how Liverpool got on being wiped out and then see if Chelsea, are they still in the championship? Have they been promoted? Have they been relegated? Let's go find out, my friends. Premier League. No Chelsea. We have gone into the future. I'm just making sure because this looks like a bunch of the same teams. All right, let's go take a look, lads. Man City wins the league again. Close, though. 3 points separating the top 3 and then a drop-off. Arsenal's back in the top 4. Man United up. Liverpool drops just a little bit, though. Tottenham to 11th. They've pulled an Arsenal. Is that what we're calling it, I guess? And then, okay, that's this season. Chelsea are still in it. They finished 8th, so they recovered a little bit, but they have not recovered all the way. So 15th to 8th. All right, let's go back up and take a look at Liverpool and how they got on. I mean, that's not bad to get wiped out and to be 3 points off Man City. So let's take a look. Klopp has survived. Interesting. Look at the reputation. Local has not recovered. 23.55 with 91 million in the bank and 68 million in the transfer budget. So that's one of the worst reputation recoveries I've seen, right? Like only going to local. Have they had to sell? Okay, so 8.5 million out at the tail end of this season. Counts really as this upcoming season, but right, in terms of the experiment. Oh my, 122 million out the door with 45 million in. But really, 8 million in after the wipeout. So let's look, and this is all after. So I'm thinking this was already set into motion, the 71 million, though, right? Because it happened the day we wiped them out. So, really, whatever, 51 million after the fact. And even this might have been already in advance. Who knows? So, any of the huge... So, you got Pedrinho is out. For PSG is just gobbling up everybody. But, really, after that is Diego Zapata... for 12 million. I probably mispronounced that. It's what I do. I'm American. Thanks. Holland for almost 8. Estrada for 7.5. I mean, those are, again, a kind of onesie-twosies. They brought in somebody in August for 7.5 million. So that's interesting that they still spent some money after the fact. I'm just kind of curious looking at the roster. Oh, he's got a transfer arranged. It hasn't gone through yet. Let's hop forward today, because that would be massive. We can't see what has happened, like what the transfer fee is. So let's hop forward to see how much they have sold Salah for. Is that kind of leftovers of, okay, we got to fix the finances here. We have to sell somebody off. Let's sell a big player. But although his value dropped to 8.75 million, so it's not like they're going to get a 60 million pound increase in the bank balance. Okay, stop. Let's come back. I was done. I just wanted to see one day. Goodness. Let's go back to Liverpool. No, not that one. Silly game. So now let's look. Oh, that's even worse. They let him go on a free. Oh, that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. So, all right, that's what's happened to Liverpool. We'll have to see if there's, if it continues to drop off after this, or if they'll stay in the top 4. Let's look at Man United because they're next. We'll look at Man City at the end like we always do. That's not what I wanted. I wanted transfer history. Okay, so 58 million coming in, spending like they do. 123 million last season. Again, part of that kind of tails off because of, so 100 million after we checked in July. But 73 million at Calvin Acosta to Werder Bremen. That's interesting. FC Dallas to Newcastle to Pachuca to Man United to Werder Bremen. Okay, Dybala to Barcelona as well. So PSG and Barcelona kind of hopping into the fray here. And let's just take a look at the reputation. They've recovered. 57-22. I mean, they've not fully recovered, but they got 133 million in the bank. They're back to 3-star national reputation. They're in the Champions League. Welcome back, Man United. Arsenal, okay, 14.5 in and 26 million out. Okay, Lacazette. But again, I'm thinking at this point, if we look at their reputation at 5,088, these transfers are more because they want to. So they were able to reload with 71 million last season, or 22-23. Okay, so that's this season. Sorry, I keep messing up my seasons here. Okay, so they have nothing happening thus far. But again, 14.5 and 26. That's more balancing the books and bringing in players that you want to bring in versus like, hey, we've sold 100 million and we brought in 2 million, right? So I would imagine that they're okay. Let's make sure we were looking at the right seasons for Man United. Okay, 58 million coming in, 123 million and 73 million. Okay, just making sure we're looking at the right stuff here. Let's see how Tottenham got on, because they dropped off significantly as well. Okay, this is 2023-24, so last season. Cardiff met Uni. Welcome. I mean, I guess we already saw that at the end of the other episode. So they didn't bring in anybody after that. And then, debatable if this is already arranged, but then 12 and a quarter out. Werder Bremen making some, I mean, they've popped up a couple times. Let's see how they're doing. The Bundesliga. Okay, Bayern and Dortmund. Okay. I didn't load that league because it doesn't really matter. And then Danilo going out for 6 million. And then, okay, 49 million. I mean, it's early days, right? We'll have to see how the season plays out. But 1.7 million in and 49 million out, selling to Man City. So let's see. 43.90. That's mostly, I mean, it's not a full recovery by any means. I'm not trying to insult Tottenham fans, but you know, it could be worse. And then 65 million in the bank. They don't have as much wiggle room. National reputation 2-star. It says they're rich, but we'll have to see. He's back, my friends. He was with Chelsea and now he's with Tottenham. So he's featured twice with us. We'll just have to see, are they able to kind of stabilize and make that recovery? And then let's go look before we get out of here. Chelsea. Let's look at the head coaches. So they sacked here. They brought in Jess Thorup, sacked him last season, not this past season, the season before that. And Javier Aguirre from Wolves via Japan/El Wahad. Okay. They are at a regional reputation, 1.5 stars, 3,055. And they have 787 million pounds in the bank. That I'm guessing, because of the reputation they cannot spend, we are seeing a trend. All right, this is the upcoming season, 2024-25. So they've got 2.9 million coming in, 11 million going out, selling to Wolves. And then this past season, not able to do the business. 9.5 million total. I mean, they brought in players, right? They definitely brought in some players, but you're not seeing the monster signings despite having all that money in the bank. You'd think they could go, okay, we'll give you 100 million for that player, and we're gonna pay him 10 million or 50 million a year just to get a good player in. But they've not been able to pull it off, and they've had to sell 10.5 million. So really a net negative 1 million pounds for Chelsea. Seferovic going to West Brom. That's the bigger of the two. And then that was last season. Carl Buckle in the transfer window, but they're buying from Bristol City in the championship. So they're buying from a competitor to try and strengthen. Brighton also in the championship, buying in the January window for $1 million, but no massive signings. They went from 15th to 8th. Do you think they can recover now? And can they get into the playoffs? Can they make the playoffs to try and get back into the Premier League? I'm fascinated by that, because that is such a surprise to see such a big dip. I'm curious if we're going to see the same thing from Tottenham. Will they kind of balance out? Will Liverpool, because they, again, going back to the transfers, 122 million out, even though you brought 45 million in, that is a lot going out. Even if 71 of that is with one player, I don't care. You've got another 50 million through several players after that. it kind of balances out with the 45 million, but again, that was before. So will Liverpool suffer the same fate? Will they just drop a little bit, or will they drop a lot with the reputation? Same thing with Tottenham. We will have to find out next time, my friends, on episode 8. If you're enjoying this, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment, check out this stuff over here. I feel bad for Chelsea fans, but I guess we'll have to see how it turns out. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Also, yeah, I guess we should, wipe out Man City again, because, that's what we have to do. So let's take them back down to 1 and 0 and 0. Good luck, my friends. All right, now we'll see you next time. Now check out the stuff that's popping up next to my face since I said that, and then we had to go do this. Have a good one.